4 postures. Stand and be mindful. When walking, let your mind be aware. Sit and let your mind be aware. When you lie down, let your mind be aware. Called the 4 postures, or the 4 virtues. This is said differently. The word posture is also a vowel. The word virtue is also the vowel. The words are not the same. But the way that I bring it up and say it, take it to teach other monks, or that to teach myself. You can know each other's language, or don't know each other's language, but watch me. I'll show you. For you to see and learn. There are many ways to practice Dhamma. Because whoever knows any method will teach it, calling it a religion. Religion means the teaching of the knowledgeable one. Whoever knows anything will teach that thing. Teach everyone to abandon evil and do good. This is the main religious teaching. Now Buddhism. Buddha means the knowledgeable one, the awakened one, the enlightened one. The important thing is that we don't actually understand Dhamma. Even for myself, I didn't quite understand Dhamma. I initially studied Dhamma. But as a monk, I didn't understand much. I didn't really know, but I learned. Didn't get any knowledge. Really like that. Dhamma teachers teach that you must initially start with the practice of meditation, sitting in meditation. When you meditate, then say, breathe in Buddha, breathe out Dhammo. Imagine placing the Buddha in your heart. Like that. Monk teachers teach like that. We must follow, because we don't know. Someone is teaching, we have to follow along. Buddha means the one who knows, the awakened one who delights in Dhamma. Means knowing by himself, seeing by himself, understand it by himself. It's called akaliko. Akaliko. It means no related to activity and time. Akaliko translates to one who enlightens the world. What world? Where? It's not the world, the weather, it's knowing ourselves. Just know yourself. So I came to understand the Buddha's teachings. Be mindful and aware of the 4 postures. Standing, let your mind go in and observe. When walking, let your mind be aware. Sit and let your mind enter and understand. When you sleep, let your mind be aware. And he also taught that one has to be mindful to determine. In the 4 postures, standing, walking, sitting and lying down are not enough. Couple stretching and motion. Either way, let your mind enter and know that it is so. Today we can try it out, but it's not in any textbooks. I created this ourselves. We should feel and be aware. Know that in the postures, stretching and moving. So let's do it like this. Can everyone do it? Do it like this. Put your hands on your thighs. Without needing to learn from a textbook. Turn the right hand upward. Be mindful and aware of this. Raise your right hand halfway up and be mindful of this. Bring your right hand to your navel and be aware of it. Turn your left hand over and be aware of it. Raise your left hand halfway up and be aware of it. Bring your left hand over your right hand and be aware of it. Move your right hand up to your chest and be aware of it. Take your right hand out to your side and be aware of it. Lower your right hand down onto your leg and be aware of it. Place your right hand down on your right leg and be aware of it. Move your left hand up to your chest to be aware of it. Take your left hand out to your side and be aware of it. Lower your left hand onto your left leg on your side and be aware of it. Place your left hand down on your left leg and be aware of it. This is called a minor posture. Sit and do. You can do this lying down or standing up. Walking. But today I cannot do it. Because waist pain. Hard to get up, hard to sit. This is the way the Buddha taught. Be mindful and aware of the postures, stretching and moving. But he taught that to be conscious and aware. How to do it? You must have awareness. There must be a rhythm. There's a rhythm. Stand mindfully. When you sit down, you must have a rhythm while sitting down. So do it slowly. Just be aware. But even though it's not in the textbook, it is guaranteed that the Buddha taught this. So when you come to do something like this, what is it for? Doing it to feel conscious is called mindfulness. People have awareness. What will you get with awareness? It's the source of wisdom. Listening to sermons. Listen to the entertainment. Listening for decades. If you don't cause wisdom, you can stop. Listen to anything. If there is wisdom that you can apply it to your own lives, solve the problem within us, you should listen to it. You should practice it like that. See the entertainment. Watch movies, watch dramas, whatever. When you look at it, you don't gain wisdom. You can quit. If you watch it, you still don't have wisdom. Buddha said so. If you watch it and gain wisdom, can be applied to our lives, we can solve our own problems. He said, therefore, Dhamma practice is to gain wisdom. Listen to Dhamma. Listen to gain wisdom. Don't listen and immediately believe. After listening, you can't deny. The Lord Buddha taught it. In the book Kalama Sutta, it says don't believe just because someone says it in succession. Don't believe in rumors that people tell you. Don't believe it just by seeing what they do. Don't trust it just because it's in a book. He says so in the 10 verses of scripture. But today we teach each other and immediately believe each other, because we don't know. Therefore, religion means the teachings of a wise person. Whoever knows something teaches it. Let everyone abandon evil and do good, but teaching wisdom is difficult. But the Buddha taught this as the very first principle that he taught. Dhamma that is very valuable has a lot of merit. There are 2 dharmas that have great benefit. The first is consciousness and mindfulness. Second is senses of awareness. This one is one of consciousness and mindfulness. Turn your hand up and be aware of it. Raise your hand like this and be aware it. Also be aware when it stop. Bring your hand to your navel. Be aware when it's being moved. Conscious. Turn your left hand on its side and be aware. Raise your hand like this and be aware when it stops. Be aware when bring it to your navel or place it on your right hand. Know it through from start to stop. To really know. Slowly moving and be aware when it moving till it stops. Just be aware lightly when it's moving. It stops here, know it. Be aware when it's moving down. Be aware body touching each other. Turn it upside down to know. This one is called to have awareness. In these postures, Dharma has great benefits. There are 2 dharmas that have great benefit. The first is consciousness and mindfulness. Second is senses of awareness. Do this and it will bring wisdom. Solve problems yourself. When you solve your own problem, what do? That is, you will not believe 190,009 and 30 seconds 733,009 and 33 seconds 100. Don't believe in anything nonsense that we have done before. We believe people's words without using reason. Didn't use the wisdom that was within us. So people should study your own self. Every nation, every language, every gender, every age. Hold any religion. Wear whatever color you wear. Everyone can study this and get wisdom. I can guarantee this, because I studied myself. Why can it be certified? Because of everyone is the same. They have body and mind, have a physical and spirit. If we talk like this, and another thing is that, have 2 identical eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils. Here, there's a body, they're all alike. Thai people have this. Chinese people also have this, they have something like this too. French people, English people, German people, American people, Khmer people, Vietnamese people, Laotian people, people of India, the country where the Buddha became enlightened, they all have the same. It's true that we didn't study the real thing, but we've studied from theory and textbooks. But it's also good, when we practice like this, we will know the real thing. Is it real? Raise your hand. You know it's real. This is Dharma. Do good, speaking good, thinking good. It is called Dhamma and should be studied. In our actions, in our words, in our thought, we should study these 3 things. That there is a Tripitaka, there is a Sutra, Vinaya, Abhidhamma, 3 Pitakas. If we go and study according to the textbook, we can. This is a shortcut study method only. The shortest way, the most accurate, but guaranteed. Why I can guarantee? If anyone practice this, I guaranteed to last no more than 3 years. In the middle, give 1 year. In the shortest, 1 day to 90 days. Benefits need not be said at all. It will solve the problem itself. That is, suffering will not occur within the mind. If suffering occurred, will be minimal. It's like that. If it happens, it's minimal. Or maybe it won't happen. Study of suffering. Because we have heard. Educate yourself to know suffering. Impermanent, uncontrollable. Suffering is something hard to endure. Impermanence, body and mind that are uncontrollable. We know this one. Before we practice, we don't know. Just practice this. I can guarantee that everyone will know. Because when we move ourselves around, it makes us conscious to keep feeling, turning around and feel all postures. Oh, the real suffering itself is called unbearable. That is, we can't sit still. The posture itself is the source of suffering, understood in this way. For example, turning like this is suffering. Flipped like this, people who see from far away see like this. There was a blink of an eye and suffering came and you will know it. The blink of an eye is suffering. Breathing is suffering. Thinking also is suffering. Buddha teaches the truth. This is a shortcut method. You don't have to go to study. Teach yourself here. Your body and mind. Everything is ready for you to study. Everyone studies themselves. When you know the suffering, stuck with this suffering, can't let go, body and mind are stuck together like this. Suffering, impermanence. Can't sit still, or to stop body movement, that is impossible. It follows its own duty. Anatta is body and mind are uncontrollable. This is what people can see. You can see this if you look closely. When you blink your eyes, you can see. You can see when you breathe. But the thought, it came up without seeing. You don't know, that's what it says. Dhamma is therefore a layer. Layered, like coconut. Coconuts near my house. Coconut. This coconut has a shell and a carapace. And when you open them up inside, it's white, cold coconut meat. And then inside there will be coconut juice. Coconut. It has a shell and a carapace. It has meat and juice. We are humans. So we should study to understand what humans are, and study to understand the duties of humans, and study to know the work of humans. This is the same. If we don't know what it means to be human, don't know the duties of humans, don't know the work of humans. Eating cooked rice wastefully. Eating all the grains and leaving the husk. Treading heavily on the earth, what do you think?